Hello, my name is Jared. I am a sculptor and game designer who has been playing and running every role-playing game, including D&D, since the early 80s. In that time, I've come up with a list of certain tasks that I want help with that I don't necessarily want to open a rule book or look at a chart or fire up an app that brings me away from my players. I looked for a product to purchase that would encompass these things that I needed, but I didn't find anything out on the market, which is why I designed Dungeon Helper Dice Character Creator. Simply what they do is when you need an NPC, you instantly have one. You grab the dice and roll them, and that fast we have an NPC. What you've got right here is a dwarf cleric who is male. They are lawful evil, friendly towards the group, and 2 CR levels above the group. So whether you're a new dungeon master running your first game or you're an old pro running your 1000th game, now you don't have to think up an NPC that's different than the last one you thought up. These dice will help you create NPCs equally well whether you have an improvisational roleplay style or you like to pre-populate your world. I gotta be honest, I really like how these dice have turned out. They are big, beautiful dice with high contrast letters that I can read in the dim dungeons that I run my games in. And I will guarantee you, when you pick up a brick of these dice and roll them, your players are gonna perk up wondering what you're working on behind your GM screen. I have several other sets of Dungeon Helper dice that I make in my shop that do equally useful things as this, but this Kickstarter is for Dungeon Helper Dice Character Creator. However, if this Kickstarter funds, I will bring other Dungeon Helper dice to future Kickstarters. I started several years ago making Dungeon Helper dice for me in my shop, but they quickly became my bestseller to the point that I can't keep up with the orders. The purpose of this Kickstarter is simply to bring this prototype, which I've had made, to mass market so that I don't have to produce them all by hand. I don't need to wonder if they work. I've been using them in my own games for the last several years. I don't need to worry if you're going to love them. I've had more people that have bought these come up to me and tell me that they love them than I can count. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, Dungeon Helper Dice Character Creator are going to improve your game.